Welcome to Guitars and Bacon, back again doing another reaction video, and today we're checking out JOHNNASCUS Untitled 42. Now before we get started, if you want to talk about music, gear, recording, want to hang out while I play video games, head on over to my live stream. I stream on Twitch every Tuesdays and Thursdays, links down in the description below. Now this has been one of the requests from a previous video that we've done, so we're actually checking out JOHNNASCUS for the very first time. I haven't heard any of his music at all, but I'm zero idea what to expect, honestly, and the title doesn't really give much for me to go on. It's just an untitled track. I don't know if it's an unreleased track or if it is something that he just didn't want to give a title to. That's actually a mystery to me. Why would you release something without, like, just untitled? No idea. Generally, songs you'd like to give a little bit of personality to it by putting in like a title. For the songs, at least that's how I do it with the songs I've written before. I like putting in the song titles there just because it kind of gives a little bit of a personality to the song itself. Like it's kind of like a baby, you know. You have to name it. So, but that's my thoughts on it. But what about you guys? What do you think about songs that's kind of like goes out into the world but are named like Untitled, track number 1, or it's something like this? What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Now, yeah, it looks pretty cool. The cover, from what I'm seeing here, it looks like, well, you know, like on a blank CD where you're doing your demos back in the day, before the advent of sending stuff out on emails and sending them out on the cloud. Before, we used to send stuff off on CDs. If you had a pretty capable machine, you'd be able to do your own recording, which was very rare at that point. It wasn't really that big. Usually studios would have the equipment for recording, and the home recorded stuff at that time sounded pretty bad. Because I know, because I've dabbled in it myself. It's like it was mind-blowing at the time, but if you see how things have actually progressed at that point, it's a huge leap for where we are today. So that's cool. This is just pretty much a cover. Parental advisory, explicit content. I believe this request actually came from one of our Lil Darky reaction videos, which you guys can check out on my reactions list here. Let's check out what's going on. It's a pretty short song. It's less than 2 minutes, 1:54, which is pretty interesting. I guess the shortest tune that I've actually listened to would probably be Twist by Korn. I know there'd be a Napalm Death tune out there that's probably gonna beat that record. Let's see where this tune takes us. Let's get started.
I'm JOHNNASCUS. What the fuck? Get the fuck up! What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Go with the flow, queen to the stone age. Don't touch me, I'ma go. What the fuck? Do not give a fuck about societal constructs. Everything that you go viral.
Okay, quick pause over there. That was an interesting start. I can definitely hear some guitars going on there, but heavier stuff going on the guitar, which is cool. I'm also hearing an acoustic drums, definitely a plus for that. It's a good accompaniment. Yeah, a little introduction there, that was pretty cool. And then the guitar riff just comes in right away. That's good. Notice how the pauses in between the guitar riffs, with leaving the vocals on, really gives it such a dynamic punch you in the face. You know, it's a pretty cool effect that people do. You know, you turn everything down and just leave one instrument in, and that instrument just really becomes the center of attention, which in this case, the vocals. He's just saying what the fuck, but it's just right there. It's being, you know, it's like hammering. Yeah, that's cool. It's pretty repetitive for the lyrics so far. So I don't know exactly where he's going with this, but interesting choice of how he started off the song.
Don't touch me! I'm a go!
That is interesting though. That jen. I don't know if he recorded it that way or if he actually. I'm just trying to take a peek of what the recording process is for that, because that's kind of like where my interest lies as well. I really like getting to see the behind the scenes of how music is recorded. Like for example, like the behind the scenes for Cannibal Corpse, they released a video for the Evisceration Plague album and a couple of albums. That's a cool thing with Cannibal Corpse. They do they've actually done several videos on behind the scenes for the recording process, and it's such a treat for me. Now with this one, I'm trying to think of on that particular section of the tune there, that jan. It doesn't feel like someone's actually chugging on their guitar. It feels very like there was one long note there that was just like cut into pieces. So they're like the guy who mixed this probably like inserted small spaces in between that to make that, because it feels like it was cut off. Like the sound of the guitar feels like it was cut off instead of like a little tail at the end. So I could be wrong. You guys let me know if you guys actually do know what happened on this particular section of the tune. I'd love to know. That's a weird section, like that tiny, almost chipmunk voice there. Let's listen to how that transitioned again. That's kind of interesting. So it kind of cut off, and then a little bit of grounded like sound there, and before that, almost creepy chipmunk type voice. I'm really liking how he's playing with dynamics with this too, and it's like listening to how he's arranged the song with things kind of almost settle down for a little bit, with your attention being on that chipmunk voice before the guitar hammers in again. That's really good.
I will deconstruct your memories, so you will only remember me.
Okay, so he's spelling die. It was fun with the ha and in between those sections. It makes the song itself be a bit quirky for me, I guess. It's an interesting choice. Obviously, it's not a straight up traditional heavy metal tune.
When you give up, I'ma put you in a casket apocalypse. You are my rations, you're the sea, and I am Batman! Only in your face! Fly!
Wow, I'm not sure if you guys caught that. There was a slight change in time signatures in this section of the tune. It's not straight up 4/4 from what I can hear.
They're more delicious than anything a silver can cook up!
Okay, that is a pretty sweet ending. Cool. I thought it was a quite inspired track, I gotta say, musically speaking. I'm not talking about the lyrics at this point yet. I haven't really dived into the lyrics. I only heard a few words. I was mostly paying attention to how the song was crafted. That's kind of like one of my interests, songwriting. It's something I really am pretty much keeping an eye on getting better at. The ideas he's put onto this tune is actually pretty inspiring, because it's not, I know he's playing with dynamics, which isn't exactly like a groundbreaking moment, but what he's actually using to establish the shift in dynamics like the chipmunk voice, those sudden spaces in between that makes you really punchy guitar track. That's pretty cool. The lyrics feels like it's something you say to yourself to psych yourself up, to get pumped for action. That's what I'm getting at. Or it also has that vibe where you're kind of like trying to talk down on an opponent. The music definitely accompanies the lyrics quite well. It's heavy. It's very punchy. It's got that creepy element to it with the chipmunk voice, and it's playing to what the consistent theme of the theme of the tune itself, of the lyrics, I mean. So pretty impressive. Well, what about you guys? What did you think? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification icon to be one of the first people to see new content when it's out. And one more reminder, if you want to talk about music, gear, recording, want to hang out while I play video games, head on over to my live stream. I stream on Twitch every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Links down in the description below. Come visit. It's free. Once again, thanks for tuning in to Guitars and Bacon. See ya. I hope I don't get any karma from burning all that shit. Oh, there's one. Fuck. That screws him. Holy crap!